The Space Construction Mech. Let's talk about it. So the Space Mech was the last LEGO set I built as part of Season 1 of my Let's Build series, releasing in the first half of 2024 and then surprisingly retiring within the same year. The set came with a hazmat astronaut minifigure, a mini build for both a crystal deposit and a small mining robot, and obviously the build for the Space Mech itself. Now I mentioned in the video where I built this that this is actually the first space set I've bought since buying the Women of NASA set from 2017, and while mechs aren't really my thing, it's rather cool, so let's talk about it a little, starting with the pros. Now one of the nice things about this set is how cheap it was. If I remember rightly, this set cost about £9, and considering that most of the sets I've gotten that were around that price had less than 100 LEGO pieces, I'm impressed with the set having just under 150 pieces. Another thing I like about this set is that it's not just the mech that gets a build in this set, you also have a build for the little mining robot and the crystal deposit. I think I said in the building video that the robot kinda reminds me of Gadget from The Waters of Mars. Granted, these are some small mini builds to go alongside the mech, but seeing as there are many mech sets that are more expensive and don't come with the little side builds, they're both additions that are greatly appreciated. Now I don't really touch the sets once I've built them, the only time I do that is when I'm trying to reposition them. But I do like some of the little features that are on the mech itself, like being able to manipulate the claw without there being too much give, so it can actually grab something. And while yes, the legs are movable, I do have a little nitpick about them. So, why don't we move on to the next section and talk about what I'd change. So like I say, the legs can be articulated in both the hips and the ankle. However, the pieces that allow this range of movement are ball jointed, which means that they can not only tilt back and forth, it means they can tilt to the sides and also rotate. Now, my little nitpick about the legs isn't so much the ball joints themselves, more so the amount. I feel as though the ball joint in the hip is perfect, however the one at the ankle feels like it will work against me when it comes to positioning it for thumbnails or just placing it onto the shelves. It might just be a me issue and my pieces are a little loose, but I feel like the ankle joint could possibly be swapped out for clip pieces, so it can swivel back and forth and that is the only range of movement. Another little change I'd make is the stickers. So I mentioned in the video where I built this that I have coordination issues that can worsen under stress. So trying to get the stickers on right is always a pain in the arse. That's why I don't bother with the stickers. The nitpick in this situation is a half and half approach, as there are pieces that have printing on them, and the other pieces that need a decal, you have to put the stickers on yourself. So if I were to change it, I'd either make it where all the decals are stickers, or they're all printed on. As usual, despite the nitpicks, I do think this set is really good, and as stated before, it's a good value for money. It's a shame that it retired so quickly. I may keep an eye out for more space themed sets within this price range, as I'm interested in to see whether or not any of the other sets can hold a similar quality to this set. Who knows? But yeah, it is a really nice set, and it was definitely worth it. And I think that's where I'll wrap up. Next month I'll be returning to the botanical collection, this time talking about the tiny plant set. If you want to see what else I make, then pop on over to the channel, and if you like what you see, then click subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Fare thee well.